for people who are beginning to wake up to the fact that we have this epidemic of chronic illness in children, people are looking for the smoking gun, the thing. Like, what is it? Why do we have so many sick kids today? What is it about today that's different from when I was growing up? Why are so many kids sick? And they're looking at a single thing. Is it because of the food we're eating? Is it the pollution in the sky? Is it the way we're teaching kids in school? I mean, everybody's looking for the thing. And there is no thing. What's causing this epidemic of chronic illness is a perfect storm of environmental factors. There are things that have changed over the last 50, 75 years. You can go back a little bit further, but it's really about living in the modern industrial world, because there are so many things that are contributing to this chronic illness epidemic. You cannot blame it on any one thing. It's a perfect storm. It's what we call the total load. So all of the things that may be contributing to toxicity in the body, nutrient deficiencies, inflammation caused by an immune system that's gone awry, those are all contributing. So there may be 50 things that contribute to each one of those things. It's like a big complex web of environmental factors all working in concert to contribute to this chronic illness epidemic. If I were to describe what are the most important things contributing to this epidemic, is that every child is living in a toxic overload, and we have a decreased capacity to handle that toxic load. So if you think about the 85,000 chemicals that are out there, it's more than that have never really been tested in human beings. We're exposed to every day. It's in the water we're drinking, in the food we're eating, it's in the air, it's on the things we put in our skin, in our homes. It's everywhere, these toxins. Right? And human beings have an enormous capacity to be able to detoxify these things out of our bodies. But we've handicapped our children and ourselves in a number of ways. One, we don't eat enough foods that help us detoxify these toxins. So things like eggs and cruciferous vegetables and garlic and ginger, they're sulfur-containing foods that actually support the liver and what the liver needs to do to detoxify these toxins. We have other built-in toxin detoxification mechanisms that we have totally destroyed over the course of the last century. So when we introduced antibiotics and other kinds of pharmaceuticals into our world, we actually started destroying the microbiome. Because the antibiotics deplete the diverse population of microbes we have in and around our body, especially in our gastrointestinal tract. And while everybody thinks that those microbes are important for digestion, that makes perfect sense, because the microbes help us break down and digest and extract the nutrients we need from our food. What people don't know is that those microbes are actually critical for detoxification. So as an example, microbes actually help you demethylate mercury. So if you ingest mercury, God forbid, because it's a neurotoxin, you will store it in your fatty tissues without the right microbes to help you demethylate and excrete it out your colon. So those toxins that are coming into our bodies, we have mechanisms that we use that are inherent in our bodies that help us move them out. And one of those mechanisms is microbes, is the good microbes that are in our bodies. So the fact that most of the American population has disrupted colonies of bacteria in their bodies through antibiotics that they've taken themselves, through antibiotics in water and in our industrial animals that we eat. So the antibiotics that are fed to livestock, they're everywhere. They're ubiquitous. There's pesticides that disrupt your microbes, like glyphosate, which is used in Roundup. Those disrupt your microbes and your microbial composition, and again, reduces your ability to detoxify. So when you've completely handicapped your ability to detoxify, and on top of that, you add all these toxins in, an excessive amount of toxins, you don't have a chance. There's not much you can do. And if you think about our kids, who are these little itty bitty bodies receiving the same toxic load that we are, with a decreased capacity to be able to eliminate those toxins, they don't have a chance.